However, they are taking control of the high ground right now, and Zakatar is getting very low in that mech. Zakatar is actually one.
Very low, very close.
Yeah, barrier does go down from Luxy. Good Maywall coming out from Acid. Spork is very low too.
Oh, this poke damage is looking like it's gonna be a little bit too much for Yoink here.
Yep, Zach goes down right away, and this might be, and Vitalize might be up 2-0 after this.
I mean, like that. The poke was just a little bit too much. I think Yoink just waited way too long to take the fight there. I mean, they just backed up and gave the pharmacy and the Echo just way too much space. I think they just respected them a little bit too much there.
Yeah, Vitalize is up 2-0. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of people. I mean, some people were saying Yoink was going to win it, but I mean, like, it looks like Jolt's Pharah and Cheddar's Echo are just doing a lot of work here.
Yeah, definitely. Raging Cool once again gets another play of the game.
Yeah.
Second one today. Mad props.
Yeah, I mean, while he's been getting play, you probably argue that Jolt's had the more impressive Pharah. So, I mean, in the end, plays don't win games. But I mean, it's been really, really interesting to see like how Pharah has kind of taken over this match.
Yeah, so I'm very curious that maybe Yoink might have prepared for Genji.
Yeah, I mean, because everyone, I mean, it has become a kind of a meme. Like, there's these specific people in League Zero that like to play Genji a lot. So they generally get called out for playing Genji. So I wouldn't know anyone who's like that personally. But
yeah, same here.
Definitely not. Yeah, but it's like I feel like people know Jolt for that, but they also aren't really respecting him for like the other heroes that he's good at. Like he's showing right now that he's really good at Pharah too. So I mean, hats off to him, kind of proving people wrong. But coming up to this one, Yoink does have the map pick again. So the choices are Nimbani, Kings Row, and Eichenwald.
Yeah, so I believe. Okay, listen, if they're probably going to choose Kings Row.
Yeah, everyone loves Kings Row, and you probably don't want to pick Eichenwald when you've seen how good Jolt and Cheddar have been on the Echo and Pharah. Eichenwald's pretty friendly to those heroes, so yeah, Kings Row's generally the favorite.
We might get a 5-minute break here, so
yeah, we'll see. Is someone kind of disconnecting or something?
I'm not.
Dibs is getting water.
Yeah, so everyone's favorite map, my personal favorite. I mean, I like it. If I get in a ranked game, I'm very happy.
Yeah, it's a fun map. It's not only is it a fun map, everyone gets to play a lot of their favorite heroes, but also it's a pretty easy map to understand. It's like it's not super open. It's like there's not a lot of confusing parts of it. Like, you know, a lot of people can get confused on these bigger, wide open maps. Kings Row is not that. Kings Row is for the smooth brains of Overwatch. It's that's why we all like it. It's easy. Yeah, but I assume Vitalize is going to go on defense.
Exactly.
You know,
Kings Row is pretty much like go brawl or lose.
Yeah, it's basically Kings Row is it's a fan favorite. So we'll see what everyone pulls out here.
It is the GOATS map.
Definitely. So I mean, interestingly enough, it's not as favorable to Pharah as other hybrid maps are. So you can play Pharah on like first and second point, but third point really you can't. So
I mean, unless you play her like covered cover, like guerrilla warfare style.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless
Pharah is no for third point.
Yeah, unless you're doing something stupid like going under going in the hole on the right side and flanking. Yeah, unless you're doing something stupid like that. But no, it's generally that's how these hybrid maps are built too. Like third points generally very much more so brawl style than anything else.
have you ever heard of the Jack in the Box barrage?
I have not heard of the Jack in the Box barrage.
So essentially, what happens is you go under the map, right? You use
Oh.
boosters, you come out of nowhere, and then you just barrage.
like a Jack in the Box. Okay, I like it. I like it. That's a pretty good one. I'll take it. So, I mean, it looks like we're just waiting for both these teams to get ready.
And just a heads up, if you haven't already, if you follow Nick, then there's he is very close to getting a Twitch affiliate, so he only needs 15 more followers. So if you please follow him, get him the affiliate status.
Yeah, everyone follow Nick and everyone stream Say So by Doja Cat.
Okay, wait, hold on. I want to see this. I want to see those too, but that's not the point. We need to we need to get to affiliate first so we can worry about the leaks later.
Oh no.
Yeah. So we'll celebrate once you get it, all right?
Oh my god. Yeah, everyone follow Nick and everyone stream Say So. That's all that matters today.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if both teams run Brawl here. And then also maybe double shield on the side of Yoink. That's kind of what they've been known for. So Luxy,
Jolt.
Yeah, no, they're teasing. Uh-oh.
Jolt.
Here it comes.
Jolt's pulling it out. It's fine. We'll take it. Oh, maybe. He's. Oh yeah, they're doing it. But we'll have to see what Yoink switches to last minute. This is kind of a meme at the moment. We'll see what they do. But I mean, Jolt coming out on the Genji is an interesting pick. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves Genji. Everyone knows him. He's basically only useful when it comes to his ultimate, but it's fine. It's fine. We take those.
So apparently Cheddar is spam walling his team, which is a little bit BM from May. They'll be running a monkey and a Rhine. Interesting. So they will be putting out a bubble first.
Yeah, no, I think the monkey was just for scouting. He just wanted to get up there and see what was going on.
Widow almost lands a shot. He's just gonna change right away to Reaper.
Yeah, and it's gonna be Brawl v Brawl.
Yeah, except
Genji.
Early wall comes out. Let's see if he uses his dash. Luxie's getting very low. Luxie without a shield, and Luxie goes down. Jolt getting that pick right away.
Yeah, I mean, neither Maywall got value there, but Vitalize did a pretty good job of just collapsing on Luxie and forcing him to back up, and then eventually whittling his health down to 0.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal play. Zakatar is getting very, very low. So are the supports for Yoink. Let's see, and here they go. Here comes a wall immediately from Cheddar, and looks like they will be rotating right side of Hotel, and they will be walling up right away. Luxie is purple, and Luxie will be going down most likely. Yes, Luxie goes down to Tark, and here comes a freeze.
The blizzard comes out pretty early.
Yeah. However, Jolt finds a pick onto Kern, and however, Vitalize lost 3 in the process.
This is just going back and forth. But keep in mind, the attackers do have the spawn advantage here. Attackers get here quicker.
Yeah. So unless the Vitalize gets here really, really fast, then yep, there comes a wall. They might be giving up a couple of ticks here to repush onto this.
We do see the posturing for the Nano Blade here, though. Here it is.
And here it comes. Beat comes out from Kernmaster, kind of negating that unless he can focus down to target. Luxie is 1. Luxie go down. Jolt gets 2 with the Nano Blade. And this does look like a fight win for Vitalize. Absolutely phenomenal defensive tactics coming out.
Yeah, I mean, Vitalize not only was like the Nano Blade got a lot of value by forcing out Beat and also getting 2 picks, but also just like the entirety of Vitalize did a really good job of just being patient and understanding that they can give up a tick or 2 so they can contest the point and not lose first in general. So they were very patient and they got rewarded for it.
Yeah, definitely. They do have both tank ults on the side of Vitalize, while they only have Blossom and Bomb on the side of Yoink. So I'm very curious to see how this will play out. Actually, Blizzard too. Didn't see that.
But I mean, Copy Dog's grab here is going to be really important because there's no support on the other side of the
almost gets
on the other side.
However, Nemo is frozen. Acid does find a pick on the Jewel. Sport finds a pick on the Copy Dog. This is another fight win. Interesting ult there from Raging Cool. I mean, you all already won the fight, so and plus you already have a tick, so it's gonna go by a lot faster.
Yeah, they cleaned it up, but I mean, Nemo's Shatter gets negated completely. He just tried to clutch it out, but I mean, that was a little bit of a waste. He had no follow up with him, so
yeah. Very interesting. It looks like a couple of Vitalize members did get bad spawn, including Dibs on the Ana, so they will not be able to contest this first corner.
Yeah, I mean, like generally on King's Row, if you get good spawns, you want to be holding at that really early choke at first. But I mean, here because they don't have their Ana, they can't contest super early.
Yeah, very early wall comes out from Cheddar. However, Cheddar and Jewel are a bit walled off, and they will just back right up.
Yeah, Luxy does have the Shatter here.
Back. It doesn't find anyone, and here comes a Blizzard coming out from Cheddar. It does find a Lucio. Raging does find a pick on the Jewel. Luxy is getting very low. Luxy goes down to Nemo. And that is the Shatter out of the fight. So Nemo is getting one shot, and he does fall to Raging Cool. So Copy Dog is the only tank left alive for Vitalize, and they will have to back off here.
Yeah, I mean, Luxy's going to be back really quickly for Yoink. So I mean, they have spawn advantage here, so that's going to be a very big boon coming into this attack. And now they're going to be able to take this next fight without the other team's Reinhardt in play. Like that.
Oh, great Shatter coming out. And what an absolutely phenomenal pin from... Here comes the Nano Blade coming out, and it looks like it'll find maybe Kernmaster? No, Kernmaster gets very low, and he does stay alive. Nemo finds a Fire Strike onto Luxy, and Acid does fall to the Mei.
Yeah, well, the Nano Blade does find nothing. I mean, the general damage coming out from Vitalize was enough to win that fight out.
Yeah, Dibs with a little BN there on Zach Guitar, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, but coming up on this next fight, I mean, Vitalize has 3 really important ultimates coming up, while, I mean, also Yoink has a few pretty good ultimates coming up too. They got Bomb, they've got Blossom, they got Blizzard, and they have Coalescence.
Yeah, pretty much they got the free fight win with a press of a button, aka Blizzard.
Yeah,
and
Blizzard.
So...
Here comes the grab.
Yep, here comes a Blizzard just to zone people away. Shatter comes out, finds Zakatar, and Zakatar does get pinned. However, there is a great counter pin coming out. Zakatar does find a pick on a Nemo. Here comes a bomb. Very interesting bomb. Looks like it'll just zone people back. Very interested Blizzard coming out from Cheddar.
I mean, the Blizzard's going to do a little bit to stymie the push, but I don't think it's going to be enough to win the fight. Oh, definitely not. Big sleep.
Huge sleep. However,
all for naught.
Yeah,
all for naught. I mean, like, again, that was a bit of a suspect ultimate from Raging Cool. Kind of throwing out that reroll like it's nothing. But either way, they take the point.
Yeah, definitely. However, the ult economy is in favor of Vitalize right now, as they will be coming up on that Nano Blade in about 25-ish%.
Yeah, the Nano Blade again is like it's a fight-winning ultimate if you can get it right. But It's going to be even more important if they can beat Kernmaster to his beat here.
Yeah, however, Kernmaster looks like he will get his beat right before they do Nano Blade. And here comes the beat right now. That Nano Blade most likely gets negated.
Yeah,
so Kern is getting very low. Kern does fall to Dibs' Bionade. Copy Dog does find a pick on the Luxy. Tarkin's 2 with the boop. No, 2 and a mech. Raging does fall off the map. Same with Spork.
I mean, that was
boop.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like right now, like for me, I think on the side of Yoink, Kernmaster's been doing a fantastic job of just kind of like negating the value that Genji gets. Like Genji gets so much value from his ultimate, and not as much from his value in neutral fights. So I mean, Kernmaster being able to keep up with his ultimate charge when it comes to with his sound barrier, I mean, that's been a great job from him.
Yeah, that's kind of a great grab by Copy Dog. However, here comes a beat coming out from Tark very late as Jewel already goes down. Dibs did not receive the beat. That doesn't matter. Cheddar will go down. Shatter does find 2, both supports. However, Luxy is just, yeah, I'll shatter you back.
Yeah. He's like, you take my backline and I take yours. It's a trade.
Oh, Tark gets staggered very late, though, so very interesting play. And Jewel switches off of his signature Genji and goes on to Reaper.
Yeah. I mean, but both these teams do have Blizzard coming into this fight, so we'll see how they both play around it.
There's one, however, Nemo will get frozen right away.
Tark gets 2. Tark gets 2. And a mech.
2 and a mech. Raging finally gets a good Blossom off, and he looks like he will get that. Nemo gets a pin on the Raging. However,
and it's just clean up.
It's just cleanup duties, indeed, my friend.
I mean, one of the really important aspects of that round in general is that Yoink finished with time. So that basically just allows them at least the ability to recontest if Vitalize comes through with like a massive time bank. So good props to them for getting for ending up with like 20 seconds in the bank.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Very much mad props. Mad props to Yoinks too for
I mean, like Yoink had a little bit of questionable ult economy like on the first 2 attacks, but I mean on the on that third push, on that last push, they were doing a pretty good job of just stacking and like comboing certain ultimates together that worked well, but also like not throwing them all out at once and staying composed and be like, all right, we use this now, this now, this now. So I mean, good job to them. But it's gonna be interesting to see what Vitalize pulls out on the attack here, because I mean, doesn't look like they're gonna be doing Genji again. It didn't really get as much value as they probably hoped it would.
Yeah, Nemo might actually do a Chad Ryan strat and just pin from the top.
I would love to see it. Please let him do it. Please let him do it. If he comes out here and gets a pick, I might leave.
Yeah, I'll just straight up leave voice chat.
I'll leave the voice chat if he pins someone off this. But I mean, I love seeing this. It's great. It's gonna be brawl on both sides, except you're gonna see, instead of a Reaper on the side of Vitalize, it's gonna be a McCree.
Yeah, unfortunately Nemo doesn't find anyone, but hey, it was worth the effort. Very early Maywall does find 2 in the process, including Jolt, who just stays alive. Luxy does find a pick onto Cheddar. Cheddar playing a little too aggressive there. Nemo will go down because he's frozen. Luxy gets 2 with a pin.
That's a weird one. Luxy gets four final blows that fight. Easy
Clap there for Luxy.
Easy. I mean, like at that point, like the kind of what won that fight there was Acid's wall, not because it got a pick, but because it forced out a lot of resources from the DPS that got split off. It forced out the block from Cheddar, and then allowed him to get picked off later.
Yeah, Jewel is already 84 to his ult. They do find the copy dog out in the open. Oh, that just sounds weird, but
yeah, no. I mean, that was a really good wall again from Acid.
And the pin does find Nemo, and Luxy will have a shatter coming up this next fight.
What is Jolt doing? Jolt?
Wait,
Jolt? He's got high noon.
Joel is behind him right now. They do not know. Joel on the flank, you do behind Noonan though.
Yeah, who do he shoot?
Who do he shoot? Oh, they spot him! No!
Oh, he gets caught out. Oh no. Yeah, that's just,
Copy Dog's gonna get caught out once again. This May is providing tremendous value on the side of Yoink. Acid is doing a phenomenal job with these walls.
Like, not only that, but like I feel like his team is also doing a really good job of just kind of like pressing that advantage too. They recognize that they have the numbers advantage when wall comes out, and they just push into it and get damage done and get picks. But I mean, Yoink is kind of like, they've come out with like a breath of fresh air here. Like they've been playing a lot better than they did the first 2 maps.
Yeah, here comes a very early wall too, catching Cheddar out of position. Here comes Blizzard coming out from Acid as well. High Noon does come out from Jewel, finds absolutely no one. And Zakatar does find a pick on the Cheddar, so Vitalize better do something and do something quick. Oh, Nemo, no. No, Nemo gets walled off from his exit, so.
Yeah. I mean, like again, this defense has kind of been carried by Acid. Like Acid's May walls and Blizzard, like that Blizzard there too, just have been manipulating the fight and manipulating the battlefield to their advantage the entire time. So great job from him.
Yeah, definitely. Copy Dog is up on his grab, and Cheddar does have Blizzard, so they do have 5 ults to work with here, which is very interesting.
Yeah, but both teams do have their support ults, so they'll be able to counter some of that.
Interesting grab there coming out from Copy Dog, trying to pull off the flank, but however, he does get picked off for it, and I was confused on what he was trying to do there.
I don't even know, but like the mirrored coalescence is there. That allows both teams to kind of stay aggressive and kind of play like they were going to originally. But it's like, I mean, just like maybe he was throwing it out because he wanted to go Diva and wanted to switch off so he could bait out May walls, maybe. But like, I mean, this is not really looking good for Vitalize at the moment.
Yeah, maybe Vitalize is just getting a little too cocky here. So that might and May again once gets found a little overextended. Here comes a very deep pin from Luxy. Luxy gets a shatter, and there comes a bomb. Bomb finds Cheddar. And yeah, that is another fight win for Yoink. So Yoink's defense is looking really, really strong here.
Yeah, but keep in mind, Luxy did fall for Yoink, so they're going to be missing their Reinhardt for the first little bit of this attack.
Yeah, so Yoink or Vitalize groups up really quickly here. Here comes a Ryan in about 3, 2, 1. There he is. And Shatter comes out, finds absolutely no one. Nemo is falling down very, very low, and he was frozen. Jewel is almost to his dragon, so I'll be very interesting to see how that works. Nemo does fall to Zakatar, and Raging does find a pick onto Cheddar, and no one will touch the points!
Oh, no. I mean, it's not technically a C9. They just got forced off. But, it's that was a really, really good bounce back from Yoink. Like, the first two maps, Yoink just kind of, like, they got manhandled for a little bit of it. But, like, I mean... Like, props to Yoink for being composed and picking it back up and bringing the series to 2-1.
You know, it's actually very interesting. The flex DPS that lost the map always gets play of the game.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, Jolt was doing a good amount of work, but you do have to pull into question how much, like, what Genji does outside of his ultimate. You know what I mean? Like, during neutral fights, Genji doesn't really provide that much value. His ultimate with Nano is where he gets his value. So, I mean, maybe that attack was not really thrown, but it just didn't really get what they wanted it to be. Or that defense wasn't really what they wanted it to be.
Yeah, I'm just very curious, like, I mean, Cheddar is pushing up a little bit too far and getting caught out of position 2 on this May, so if I were him, if I were them, I would rock a good Pharah map.
Yep, they do.
I guess Dorado?
Yeah, they do pull Dorado. Yeah, Nemo says Dorado. That means Vitalize is going to be able to pull to that. I mean, go back to that comp that they've been having success on. That Pharah Echo. It's gonna be interesting to see how Yoink decides to counter this one.
Yeah, very true. However, Akri does have to do a little bit of work here, converting all the red team into blue and all the blue team into red. So
massive. If it's like, I mean, Vitalize is going to be on attack first, so they're like, I'm more than likely going to see that Pharah Echo comp with like a double shield, probably Orisa Sig here.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised here because that seems to be working the best for Vitalize. Like,
yeah. I mean, like Nemo's what am I saying? I mean, when they do that Orisa Ryan, that's been pretty good too. So, I mean, probably double shield is probably going to be Ryan Orisa Sig, something like that. I mean, but like the combos with the pole and like the Pharah rockets, just in general today, have been pretty clean for Vitalize.
Actually, they are going to put in dividing _OW in for copy dog.
Oh yeah. Dividing please.
Dividing, please.
Dividing please.
They have families. Stop.
Save it. No.
I will
Oh
say,
my God.
I did get affiliate, so that's always
What?
bug.
There
Let's
we go.
boys.
Now it's time to stream
Let's go.
Say So by Doja Cat.
Damn right. Let's get it to number 1,
Yeah,
baby.
let's go.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Someone bring Symmetra in here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Congratulations, Nick. That is definitely a great achievement. Like, mad props to that.
Do your civic duty. Do your civic duty. Follow Nick and stream Say So by Doja Cat.
Because we all want to see those pictures.
It's for science.
Science, yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
and just a heads
Research,
up.
Yeah, science.
Just a heads up for Yoink, you're using the old logo.
Oh?
Yeah, I never got my hands on the new logo, to be honest, so it's kind of a rip.
Interesting.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I'm actually just biased against Yoink. I really want Vitalize to win this game by far. That's what that meant.
It's on air. It's on air.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Cut the VOD.
Cut it.
Dude, they don't see that I'm DDoSing right now. DDoSing Kern.
Is Kern once again having connection issues?
No, I wanted to say I'm DDoSing him again.
Let's see if both teams are ready here.
Yeah, I mean, again, we probably know what we're gonna be seeing, but I'm gonna be curious to see what Yoink comes out with to try and counter what they probably assume is gonna be like that Air Force comp.
Streamer R.
Streamer R.
Casters R.
Yeah, casters R. Who's not R? It's Yoink, I think.
Yeah, Yoink.
Yeah. I mean, we all know how hard it is to pull off something like a reverse sweep. So, I mean, Vitalize did it earlier. I mean, so it's like
no, not Vitalize, but Vitalize.
Yeah, Vitalize did it last week, I believe.
Sorry, I'm only rocking 2 hours to sleep.
Yeah. Vitalize reverse swept last week, so they're probably coming into this like, look, we can't let that happen to us. That would be very, very heartbreaking if you reverse sweep one week and then get reverse sweep the next. So
definitely, like, that is definitely a heartbreaking way to lose. Like,
Yeah, so Vitalize is going to want to come into this one and just finish it off now. They don't want to go to map 5. Map 5 would be a very... It's like, once you lose 2 maps in a row, especially after winning the first 2, like, your mental's got to be pretty boomed.
Yeah, definitely. So we do have that Air Force comp, like you said earlier, coming out from Vitalize, and then we also have the double hit scan, actually triple hit scan if you count BAP, coming out from Yoink. So
yeah, so it's like, it looks like Yoink's comp is literally just like they're trying to directly counter what Vitalize is coming out with. Like, they know they're going to be coming out with these 2 flying heroes along with the Mercy. So it's like they know what they're going to come out with. So they're just like, all right, we just need to perform and we need to pick them off before they can get value. So it's going to be interesting. Both teams are coming out with the double shield though.
Yeah. However, the shield most likely will get shredded faster from Vitalize. By Vitalize, sorry about that. Because usually double hit scan has a lower DPS than double projectile.
Yeah, hit scan's generally more. Hit scan has better accuracy, but it just has lower damage in general.
Yeah, definitely. Zakatar gets very low to start off with. He will get topped right back off. Jewel.
Go ahead.
Jewel is doing a ton of damage to those shields. Raging does get a rocket straight to the face. He will get healed right back up. Soldier is on the flank, and he does find Cheddar in the process.
I mean, like, what I've noticed in these fights when what's it called? When Yoink's on this double hit skin comp, they only start winning these fights when they stop playing passive and waiting for their shields to break. Like, when Acid starts taking flanks aggressively and putting pressure onto Cheddar, like, that's when they start winning these fights. When they sit back and just wait for Cheddar and Jolt to break their shields, then they never win those fights.
Yeah,
so, like,
definitely.
Yeah, Yoink just needs to be a little bit... I think Yoink just needs to be a little bit more aggressive with these flanks and these off angles.
Ooh, Luxie takes a face full of bombs. However, that won't do much to him because of armor. Here comes a very early Ant Matrix from Tark. So that'll zone going farther back. Here, Pole only finds Luxie.
I mean, Jolt's on a really aggressive flank here.
Yeah. Acid is too. Acid does fall to Cheddar though in the process, so both DPS claps on him very fast.
Yeah, and now having the only hit stun on your team being an Ashe, that lets one of the DPS on the side of Vitalize have a little bit more free reign in the air.
Yeah, great Bob coming out. Here comes a barrage from Jewel. However, Cheddar will focus down too with his beam, and Cheddar gets a 3rd pick onto Luxie. This is going to be a fight win for Vitalize, and as they push start through the first checkpoint.
I believe Cheddar got 4 final blows that fight. I think that just kind of shows like the fragging capability of Echo. Like, Echo has so many abilities that do such high damage in specific scenarios that you can just take certain fights over alone just with how you play.
Exactly. Just throw a right click onto someone's face and then hit E and watch them melt in front of your eyes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming into this fight, I mean, like, both teams have their bongos, so they're probably going to want to play around that.
Yeah, however, they do have duplicate on the side. Wow, that's a lot of ults coming out from the side of...
Acid gets 3!
Acid with a clutch tack visor, and yeah.
Yeah, not only was the tack visor good, but the use of the bongo was allowed him damage boost. And because heroes like Echo and Pharah can't sit behind shields because they're in the air all the time, there was no protection from the attack visor, and they just got melted.
Yeah, definitely. Tark does have another... Oh, Cheddar finds a pick on the Raging. That's absolutely massive. However, he will get res right back up, so that is res out of the fight, so... Great job, Cheddar. Here comes a lot of damage coming out. Zakatar will eat a lot of that. And both Immortality Lamps come out and go down. Jewel is getting very low, however, he's getting healed right back up. And here comes a pull coming out from Nemo, and the follow-up is not there. And it does look like they will keep pushing this cart around the corner, so Yoink will be holding this corner here. And
I mean, like, you can start seeing this flank coming out from Cheddar. Cheddar's like taking this little aggressive flank to the side to try and put pressure on the back line of
yeah, Nemo goes down to the Bob from Raging. Cheddar does take him out, however, this does look like a fight win on the side of Yoink once again.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's kind of weird. Like both these comps want to poke. Oh, massive dynamite, but both these teams want to like poke, but kind of in different ways. Like the Yoink comp wants to poke, but more for picks. Well, it looks like the comp coming from Vitalize is much more win the shield war and then we win the fight kind of style.
Exactly. They do have 3 ults, and it looks like they will be coming up on 2 more following up here soon for Vitalize. Sigma ult might be massive here if they bait out Immortality here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Jewel finds a pick on the Raging, so let's see if Mercy goes for this res. However, it is out in the open, so most likely not.
Yeah, it's a little bit too ambitious to go for that res.
Acid does find a pick on the Jewel, however, so... And the Orisa will get lifted up and thrown down. Zakatar does find a pick onto Tart, but Copy Dog does find a pick on that Luxie. Divs gets a res on the Jewel. Here comes a duplicate onto the Sigma. And Cheddar will be falling down very low, so he'll be de-duped here in a sec. Actually, never mind. There's another lift. You can't do anything about 2 lifts, so Cheddar does find that pick onto Raging Cool. And that's another fight win for Yoink. Or yeah. Vitalize, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, that... Like, while Vitalize did win the fight, like, they used 5 ultimates for that, so, I mean, what else are you gonna say? You know, like, I mean, if you're gonna pump, like, 5 or 6 ultimates into a fight, like, of course you're gonna win it, you know?
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what Jewel does with his barrage, especially now that there's a Diva on the field. The ult economy on the side of Yoink just completely reset because they are making all these switches.
Yeah, I mean, third point of Dorado's much more, like, while Pharah can be played, it's much more favored to these brawl comps.
Never mind, Zakatar does find out where they are. Zakatar does lose his mech in the process for it, so Jewel can literally get a free barrage here if he so pleads. There it is. Luxie goes down in the process,
Picked
however.
up by Acid.
Yeah, and Nemo does find a pick onto Raging Cool, so I'm very curious to see if Mercy will get this res. Looks like not.
Yeah, I think Vitalize stabilizes here and then ends up almost finishing it. I mean, unless the stall can come out from Yoink and clutch it out.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like a lot of damage is coming through, especially from that supercharger of Nemo. Nemo's getting very, very low, and he will get healed right back up. Copy Dog has his ult, and here it comes.
A big flux.
It gets 4. That is absolutely massive. And they find Luxie in the process. And here comes a Moira from Cheddar. So Cheddar do on the Moira. Kernmaster does find the lamp. So they do have 3 healers on the side of Vitalize right about now. Nemo is coming up on that supercharger. Let's see if he plops it.
Oh, that's a big pull.
There it is. Massive pull. Jewel finds a pick on the Acid. And Kernmaster's beat gets canceled. That is absolutely... No. Luxie will be falling up here. And Jewel gets another high noon, so...
I mean, they just got to finish off the stagger at this point. That's all they got to do. They probably got this map in the bag.
Yeah, so... We could be seeing the upset.
I mean, Vitalize took that with about 30 seconds left, so, I mean... That's kind of a tough task, depending on how your attack goes. I mean, like, finishing Dorado with the time bank, I feel like whenever you play Dorado, it's either you finish with 4 minutes or you finish with no time. So, it's gonna be a bit tough here to see what Yoink can do on the attack here.
Yeah, I'm very curious too. However, it looks like they had a pretty good hold of that Air Force One strat. But it definitely wasn't enough as they pushed it fully. So I wouldn't be surprised if I were to see the double hit scans here, especially on the open part of the map.
Yeah, I mean that, but alongside that, like kind of looking at that last fight, like Nemo, like what won that was not only the ability of Vitalize to just out sustain, like with that copy onto the Moira, that kind of enabled them there, but also there was a massive pull from Nemo that got comboed with the sticky bombs from Cheddar. That put in tons of damage and just basically allowed them to burst down the entirety of Yoink.
Yeah, I am very curious. Maybe they might actually stick on this Bastion, so...
However,
I mean, personally, I wouldn't because they are running a brawl comp on the side of Yoink, or Vitalize, excuse me, and I'm very curious to see how this will be played, so...
Yeah, it looks like Yoink might just be yoinking their strat here. It's kind of copying. Oh, it looks like Vitalize is going for the London Spitfire strat, trying to spawn camp on Dorado.
Ooh, this is very interesting. This is very bold. Let's see how this works out. Acid gets very low, however, he just retreat back to his spawn. Acid does find a pick on the Jewel. Nemo finds Zakatar, and Nemo gets 2 more. finding Luxy and Kern in the process. So they are pulling the London Spitfire strat while a Pharah reigns above. Pharah is very disconnected from her Mercy. And
I mean, the issue with like this comp though is like Jolt fell, so now it's basically gonna be a 5 minutes. Oh,
go Cheddar.
Yeah, I mean that might give enough time for Jolt to return, but the issue with like spawn camping is that your spawn is so far away.
Fork, no.
I mean, maybe they will be able to pull off the spawn camp. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean it's working so far. Acid gets killed. Okay.
Acid?
Acid, you good, man?
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing about these spawn camps is they aren't meant to win the fight. They're meant to just kill time.
Exactly, and they already killed off a minute, and there is a Pharah on the flank right now. Raging is getting a ton of damage down.
Massive wall.
He has 83 to that barrage. Luxy, yeah, like you said, does get walled off. Very early coalescence coming out. And Raging does use barrage, and he does go down. Nemo gets picked off by Kernmaster.
Oh,
So
yeah,
they will be literally using ults right at their spawn. Copy Dog finds a pick on the Spork.
Yeah, I mean that kill onto Nemo though is really important because now the front line of Vitalize won't really have as much pushing power when it comes to coming into this next fight.
Yeah, they will be going up top, however. So, Joel gets down very low. He almost gets punched straight from his TP. Here comes. Oh, Copy Dog gets 3. He just hit Q right on the cart. Cheddar gets very low, but he's going to heal right back up. And they are actually spawn trapping this. They burn 2 minutes, and they have 2 ults.
Yeah, I mean, like, Yoink hasn't been able to take advantage of the fact that, like, when they get a pick, they're going to have a numbers advantage for the next, like, 15, 20 seconds. They just haven't been able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, it looks like they will be trying the same strategy of walking straight out again. So, Jewel does use his Wraith form very early. Ooh, Luxy gets walled off. Luxy gets isolated and
first down immediately.
And it does look like Shatter gets absolutely nobody. Kind of reminds me of myself. And they do fall back straight to spawn. Copy Dog does kind of pick onto Kern, so
like I mean Vitalize is just playing this so well. Like, dude, this has been really, really good from Vitalize. Like, this spawn camp, but they're also like they're giving a little bit of space when they get a pick and just waiting for the reinforcements and then just keeping up with the aggression.
Yeah, the punch from Raging Cool doesn't go through. However, they are coming up on ults on the side of Yoink, so very curious to see how this plays. The wall does come out early. Reaper is behind, looking to kill the Moira. Here comes Meteor Strike. Whoa! Okay, die, coming out from both Reapers.
Double Beyblade.
Exactly. I guess they really want to die.
Yeah. Yeah, the Beyblade does come out. I mean, that does a really good job. Like, I mean, keep in mind, like, while they did end up losing that fight, I mean, like, Vitalize is going to get maybe even 2 fights on this before they get even to the first checkpoint. So, I mean, that was a massive spawn camp from Vitalize. So, great job from them.
Mad props to them. And look at that. They even have the ult advantage with Cheddar having his Blizzard coming up here soon. Acid is on the flank once again. Raging is getting down very low. And here comes the Mail, and it looks like it will find 2 in the process. So Jewel finds a pick on the Acid, and Vitalize is actually going to win this. Vitalize